Hey guys, Dre here with the Return of Baldylocks, the Road to 513, and I am doing just an update video. I kind of recently realized a few things. One, I've not been great at keeping these videos or YouTube episodes regular or consistent, I should say. So I just kind of wanted to come on here today and create a new episode and talk through some of the things that kind of cause that. And then I've been experiencing a lot of changes recently for the new year, and I have new optimism towards the goal of climbing 513. So I created this goal to climb 513 at over 50 years of age, I think about 8 months ago. And I started this YouTube channel maybe shortly after that, around 7 months ago. And at the start, I was pretty on top of it. I was posting a lot, filming a lot of episodes, me climbing, outdoors, indoors, progression, and I kind of went through all of that with you guys. In the past several months, like I've had a lot of personal things going on with my partner and just in life in general. The economy's been rough. Politics are crazy right now, and there's just been a lot of unsavory distractions, I should say. But started 2026 off with a bang. So because of a lot of those distractions that were happening in my life, you know, I probably drank a little bit more. Nutrition had fallen off. I wasn't eating as good as I could. And my workouts kind of became like just going through the motions. Like I was going to the gym fairly regularly, the climbing gym, but in there I was just doing laps on auto belays, and you know, there's only so much you can do there. And once you've climbed a couple routes, you guys know a few times, like you got it dialed. It gets easier and easier every time. And therefore, I think it's less and less impactful on improving your body over, you know, again, once you've climbed it like 10 times or more. And, you know, it was just kind of like everything was falling flat. And at that time too, like I couldn't see me climbing 513. Like it was just, I was not optimistic with the experience I was having as far as training, eating wrong, personal stuff, political stuff, and just the world in general in the shape it's in currently, or at least the United States. But I went to Oklahoma for the holidays. You saw the Oklahoma episode, the one prior to this, and kind of did a lot of, I don't want to sound too cheesy or anything, but did a lot of soul searching there and kind of a lot of introspect and thinking. And I hung out with some of my old climbing buddies, which was also inspiring a little bit. And I decided to kind of try to get back on track and give myself a real shot at actually achieving this goal. One of the things I did, my partner, who I've kind of am currently working on reconnecting with, she suggested that we do dry January. So just try to quit drinking for January. I did that, and I do kind of want to explain here, like I was not by any means an alcoholic. I wasn't drinking all the time. I was having a very calculated amount of cocktails every evening, starting around 9 o'clock, just to kind of unwind and unwind for my day. And so I decided to do dry January, and that was super easy. I'm at 32 days now, I think, without alcohol. Another change I made was starting to go to bed a little bit earlier. Prior to this, 1:30 was my bedtime. Artist types, a lot of times we're night owls. Our brain just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning, especially if you're like me. And art is your career. Art is the way you make money. It's hard to just shut your brain off. But anyway, I started going to bed around 9 or 11:30, and getting up much earlier. So the domino effect there is that I have more time to train in my mornings, which gives me more consistent training as well. When we started dry January, we also got on a better nutrition plan. So cooking dinners, leftovers from those dinners for lunch the next day, meal prep, breakfast and stuff like that. All eating healthy foods, whole foods, and, you know, just avoiding heavily processed foods and products like that. Pretty quickly, I lost a bunch of weight. Definitely get down to a little more fighting weight, as it were. And because of going to bed earlier and because of getting up earlier, I've been in the gym pretty average 5-6 days a week, something like that. I also met a buddy there at the gym, and I've been climbing with him. So now everyday training is not regulated to the AutoBlaze or bouldering. It is actually, now I'm able to top rope. We did our lead checkout at my gym. So now most things I'm getting on, I'm leading, unless I am trying to push the grades for me. Then I'm still jumping on top rope on hard 11s and 12s, 512s, but I think that's about to change too. So my training is rapidly progressing. I've added in a little bit of weightlifting and some cardio as well. And I'm definitely seeing the effects of that pretty quickly. Long story short there is that I can actually see the 513 goal now. Like I said earlier, 6 months or so ago, I was not optimistic that this could happen. Now I'm able to, at least in the gym, I'm getting up halfway up 512s on the onside attempt, maybe a little better on some of them, and flashing 511B, 511C in the gym. Again, we've talked before on this YouTube channel that, you know, gym ratings are significantly easier, at least in my mind, than what they are outdoors. But looks like I might have an opportunity soon to actually get outdoors and climb. So that's great. But anyway, still doing most of my training in the gym. And like I said, I'm climbing for about an hour, and then I'm doing, after that, about 20-30 minutes of weightlifting after each climbing session. And then days off from climbing, I'm still getting in some cardio, still doing things like resistance training, I guess you call it, push-ups, sit-ups, some yoga, stuff like that, or created this goal for myself. And it's not anymore. I see it. I can see it. I can see light at the end of the tunnel, as they would say. And I'm climbing better and better every day. So just wanted to get up here on an update. I do have a couple of videos for you guys to watch. These are just some of the videos that I took of me kind of lifting weights in the gym, working out in the gym, and then flashing a 511B, I believe it is, and an on-site attempt that I filmed recently of a 12B in the gym, where I got a little over halfway up the route before I fell. These are all on AutoBlaze. So let's go ahead and check those videos out, and then I'll meet you right back here. Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching those videos. I don't know if you paid attention much to previous episodes, but you can definitely see the changes in my body. And I feel like you can see changes in how smoothly or the climbs feel a lot easier. And I feel like that translates. Like, I feel like you can see it in the videos. Much smoother movements, much more controlled and precise movements, I feel like anyway. Anyway, so with all that being said, I do plan on being more consistent in my episodes. I'm going to get back to using my drone and hopefully soon here be able to get outside and really get on some stuff that matters and get some cool climbing videos for you guys and some cool shots and have a lot of good progression. And man, I'm pretty optimistic, if I'm being honest with you, for being able to probably red point my first 513 this spring or summer. I really do feel like that could be the case. Once that goal is met, then I will unless I'm just over it, which I don't think I will be, but I'll likely create another goal. And I don't know what that is right now. But I got a few things cooking in the brain. Anyway, thanks as always for joining in, and thanks as always for your support, watching my videos, watching my progression, and hopefully sending good thoughts and cheering me on from the sidelines. So anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one.